and then just so that's they're gonna keep that.
All right, ladies,
Honestly,
welcome to the Women's Empowerment webinar. I'm going to start this thing in about 2 minutes, so get your friends on, your teams on, get some paper and pen, and we're going to get this started in about 2 minutes. So just send people the link. There's a YouTube link or the Google Plus link. Okay, welcome to the Women's Empowerment webinar. My name is Amanda Siller. I'm 21 years old from Citrus County, Florida. Tonight we're going to talk about teamwork and dedication. Now, with the Alliance and with this business that we have going on, you really have to be dedicated, and you have to realize that we are a team. There's a system made, and without a team, like, you can't really do it on your own, long story short. But to have a team, you have to have dedication, because you have to be dedicated to one another. You have your mentors, the people who look up to you, and basically, if you're not dedicated to one another, if you're not keeping up with each other day by day, if you're not helping one another every single chance you get or any question someone has, you're not really going to get anywhere. So you have to realize you can't do this on your own. So you have to work as a team, and you have to be dedicated. So that's my first point, is you have to have dedication to have a team, because without being dedicated to one another, the teamwork won't really be there. You're going to have some teamwork, but it's not going to be effective. And with any type of team, like a baseball team, for example, every single person has to know what everyone else is supposed to be doing. So that's their system. They know what else is supposed to be going on. So basically, the pitcher can't just do a play without the catcher knowing. Like, he can't throw the ball, he can't throw a curveball without doing his signals to his catcher. Otherwise, the catcher's not going to know which area to catch it in. And in football, the quarterback has to know the play, but so does everyone else. Otherwise, they're not going to know where they're supposed to be. So with the journey, you have your system. You write out your leaders that you have, just so you know who to go to. And those are the people who are going to be available at any time. And if one's not available, that's why you have a list to be able to help you. And when we're all working together, that's when the teamwork is effective. I really want to put it out there that I know I've gone through my own times when I've tried to be like, I can do this on my own. I know people who have tried to do it on their own, and it just doesn't work. There is no I in team, and that's a quote that you're going to hear from everyone forever, but basically you have to know that you have other people there for you for a reason. And with the Women's Empowerment Network, we're all here for each other. Sometimes there's some difficulties with some girls being friends or getting along, but that's why there are other people around. If you're in a tiff with someone, there's someone else that's going to be there. So us together, like I said in the first webinar, is we need to empower each other, lift each other up, not tear each other down. And I mean, whenever I was in high school, I was a football manager. I can always tell the times that the team's getting along and when they're not getting along, because of the fact that if they're not getting along, they're taking it out on each other on the field, when really they should be taking it out on the other team. And then things get mixed up, and the system that they have and the play that they're wanting to play, it's not effective. So with a group of women or men and women, a business, a team, you have to be dedicated to one another. Know what's going on in each other's lives. Know what the person's goal is, so that you can help them and you can be accountable and be able to be there if maybe things aren't going exactly how they want to. You can be the one to remind them of the system and take them to the next level. Now, I have someone on the call tonight who knows exactly about this teamwork and being dedicated. She's 18 years old. She's a gold leader in California, and for a while there was kind of a struggle in her business, which I know exactly what she's talking about, and I'm sure a ton of you know exactly what she's talking about. But once she was dedicated to her team and to the fact that she was not going to stop until she reached her goals, then things sped up. She knew that she wasn't going to give up. She just recently hit gold, but in 1 week she enrolled a friend of hers who hit bronze, and then she enrolled her friend who hit bronze. So then the girl hit silver, and then she hit gold. So all of them together made all of this work because they were working together as a team. So I have, her name's Alexis, and she's 18 years old. She's a gold leader in California, and she's going to go over just a few things, basically of how she made this happen, and also why teamwork is so important and why you can't give up when things are going rough. So Alexis, are you on the call?
Yep, I'm here. Can you guys hear me? Cool. So
Yep,
I'm gonna start off by kind of telling you a little bit about myself and what this has done for me. Like she said, I'm 18 years old, and I've been with this company around 6 months now, and it's been absolutely crazy. You know, if you'd asked me 5 months ago where I would be right now, it would not be anywhere close to where I am. So, you know, for me, when I first started, my goals were completely different compared to what they are now. You know, when I first started, my original goal was just to pay for my dance bill. That was it. You know, I didn't have any, like, big dreams. I really just wanted to pay for that one bill in my life. And, you know, I'm a dancer. I've been dancing my entire life. And when I was, like, 13 years old, I joined a competitive dance company. And that was a big step for me. You know, I'd seen them dance, all that. And when I got on it, I was really, really excited. And then my mom got the first bill. So dance is a really expensive sport, and I don't come from a lot of money. So, you know, the first bill was like around $500 or $600 for a month, and my mom freaked out, and pretty much it came down to the decision of either I had to get a job or I had to quit dance. And, you know, I was 13, so I was like, yeah, I'll just go get a job, of course. So I went to the mall. I got a really sketchy job at a kiosk, you know, whatever place would hire me. I don't think they even knew how old I was. And I've been working since then. You know, I worked multiple jobs and did whatever I could to get money, and it sucked. You know, the only thing I realized was that I didn't like working for someone else. Okay? And myself, like most of you guys on this call, are probably like this. I'm a person that when I do something, I do it 110%. You know, I really go all in. So I was doing everything I thought needed to be done at these jobs, and I was walking away with the exact same paycheck as someone doing maybe half as much work as I was. And that really started to bother me. You know, I wanted to get paid for what I was doing. I thought it was worth more than just $8 an hour, $9 an hour. You know, I didn't want to be told when I could take my lunch break, my bathroom break, I don't know, anything like that. I wanted to do things on my own terms. And so when I got brought this opportunity, you know, just like most of you, I thought it was absolutely crazy. You know, my friend did not introduce it to me the way that, you know, I like to promote introducing it now. And I completely just didn't understand. Luckily, I got the right guidance, and I ended up getting introduced to some people who were making it work, and they explained it to me correctly. And that really changed things for me. So the biggest thing in this business for me has been teaching other people what I've done to be where I am. Okay? So when you start in this business, your first goal should be to learn everything you can about this company. You know, you can't run a business if you don't know how it works. That doesn't make any sense at all. So learn the information. Gain the knowledge in order to be successful. Your income is a direct reflection of your value to the marketplace. You know, you can't expect to be a millionaire if you have the value of someone who can only make minimum wage. Simple as that. Okay? So the most important thing is you have to learn how to duplicate. Okay? And that's something I struggled with a lot in my business. When you learn how to explain some of the information, you make a little bit of money. Okay? When you learn how to teach someone what you did, you make a little bit more money. But when you learn how to teach someone else how to teach, you win. That's what this entire thing is about. It's creating a long-term, stable income that residually pays you for work you have already done. Okay? And you can't do that if it's completely based on you. So the biggest thing is working as a team on duplication. Create a system that the newest member of your team can automatically, you know, implement into their business. Okay? And you can't do that by yourself. Simple as that. You know, everyone has to be on the same page. You know, you have to teach the newest person to have the same mindset as the oldest person. You know, as a person that's been in it the longest, has their company paid car, etc. Everyone has to be on the same page. Okay? And they have to want it for their own reasons. So while teamwork is very, very important, you also have to have a very individual mindset as well. You know, Amanda and I, we probably don't have the same goals. Simple as that. You know, half the people on my team, or all of the people on my team, they don't want the same things I do. But we're all shooting for something bigger, and that's what ties us together. You know, whether we're men, we're women, we're on one team, we're another team, it doesn't matter. We're all in the same company, in the same organization, working towards the same goal, doing something bigger. And that's what we need to realize. You know, this can't be about competition. It has to be about teamwork. Like she said, there's no I in team. Very, you know, cheesy phrase we've heard since we were like 6, playing soccer. It's really simple, but it's true. And it's going to follow you everywhere that you go. Okay? So, you know, me getting to gold was quite the struggle. It was crazy. I don't know any other way to put it. I had a lot of ups and downs, you know, everything you could have possibly imagined. I've had entire teams quit, and I've enrolled some really amazing people that changed my life. So you have to keep in mind that on this journey, this really is a process of sorting. Okay? You are going to talk to, and you're going to enroll, and you're going to work with hundreds of people, thousands of people in your time in this business. Okay? And you're going to think this person is it. This person is going to change everything. This person knows what they're doing. And then that person could quit. That's not any reflection on you. But you can't want it more than that person wants it for themselves. Okay? So you have to realize that, 1, this is a sorting process. And 2, that if you stick with it, it's going to happen. The only way to fail at this business is if you do absolutely nothing or you quit. Okay? And the people who do absolutely nothing or quit don't deserve to make it. It's simple as that. You know, anyone can do this business, but not everyone will. You know, I had someone on a team that I used to have in Chico, you know, someone who was in the business for a while and then quit because they didn't see results, come up to me and say, Alexis, not everyone is like you. Not everyone's going to make it. And that's true. Not everyone is going to put in the time that I put in. Not everyone is going to put in the effort that I put in, but anyone can do that. And that's what, you know, makes this company different. You know, it's performance-based. You can't go to a gym, watch everyone work out for a month, and then sue the gym when you don't have a six-pack. You know, that's not how life works. So you have to stick with it. And you have to realize that getting results instantly is not what this is about. This is not get rich quick. This is you're in it for the long term. You know, long term for me may be different than long term for you, but it's still, this is not a 1 or 2 week thing. Okay? You know, I went to a Super Saturday in Pleasanton, you know, about 2 weeks ago, and I heard some really good stuff. I got to hear from this guy named Jed, who's been in the business for about 2 years, and it was really crazy what he had to say. You know, and one of the best examples I have heard in my time in this business is that, you know, you can't go to college and drop out of college a month into it because you don't have a degree. You know, that makes so much sense to us. We're not going to go to school and then drop out because we don't get our degree a month in. And that's exactly what this is. There's so many people that stop because they don't get their company car in the first 6 months. You know, or they don't become a millionaire in the first year. That's not what this is about. You know, this is not about just the money. And while, yes, money is a fantastic thing, I'm not going to be Disney Channel and say money doesn't matter. You know, money is right up there with breathing. You know, you need it to survive, but it should be about more than the money. You know, Eric Thomas, he's a huge inspiration to me. One of my favorite things he's ever said is you will not be successful until you're willing to do what you do without getting paid. Simple as that. You have to be willing to do what you're doing right now for free in order to be successful. And that's really powerful. Find enjoyment in it. You know, find a career. Don't just find a job. You know, become passionate about what you're doing, and that's how you're going to succeed. So, one tip that, you know, I've been using a lot with my team is, you know, the power of visualization. Okay? So when I was little and I was first learning how to dance, you know, I had a really hard time memorizing choreography. It was one of my biggest struggles. You know, and it is with a lot of people. It's hard to remember 4 or 5 minute long dances. So one of my teachers, her name was Jara Miles, she sat us down one day, and, you know, a little background on her, she was a kinesiology major at Chico State, and that was a really big thing, and it has a lot to do with, you know, your mind and your body and how it connects, okay? And so she sat us down one day, you know, I was like 11, and she told us to, every night before we go to bed, go over the dance we learned in class 3 times in a row, absolutely perfect, okay? Like, close our eyes, picture ourselves doing the dance completely perfect, no mistakes, over and over again until we fell asleep, okay? And I started doing that. You know, I went home that night, and I did it again the next day, and the next day, until the week after I had class again. And I came in and I knew the dance a lot better than I did before. You know, I did it perfectly because I visualized myself in the outcome that I wanted. You know, if you haven't heard about it, the law of attraction is exactly the same thing. You know, watch The Secret. If you haven't, it'll change your business and your life. But you have to visualize the outcome that you want. So every night, I want to challenge all of you to, before you go to bed, you know, before you take a nap, before you go to work, some point in your day, close your eyes and picture your ideal lifestyle. You know, the outcome that you want to have. Picture the car you're going to be driving. You know, picture yourself sitting in that car, listening to the music you're going to be listening to when you're driving around town, in the clothes you want to be wearing, with your hands on the steering wheel, and make it so real that when you open your eyes, you're like, whoa, what just happened? Okay? You know, picture the outfit you're going to be wearing when you quit your job. Okay? Picture writing your resignation letter. Picture your ideal lifestyle, whatever that means to you, and make it so real that it not happening isn't even an option. And that's what's going to push you to succeed. It's seeing your goals and making them appear so real that they become real. Okay? So, you know, I really want to thank you guys for letting me get on this call and talk. I'd love to reach out to more of the ladies in this business. I haven't gotten a chance to work with many of them. So, you know, add me on Facebook, shoot me a message, and hopefully we can link in. And huge thanks to Amanda. I've just got to know her, but she's been great, and she has a great head on her shoulders. So really listen to what she has to say, because she knows what she's talking about. But yeah, hope to see you guys all soon.
Thank you, Alexis. What I really got from what Alexis was just saying was, one, you can't want it more than someone wants for themselves. And I mean, I have a huge problem with trying to help people all the time with their problems. And it's like, you can't help someone that doesn't want to be helped. So if you see more potential in someone than they see in themselves, it's not going to happen how you want it to happen. And they're probably going to get overwhelmed because you're constantly like, yes, come on, come on, come on, let's do this, because you see them doing it, but they have to see them doing it first. And she also said anyone can do this, but not everyone will, which is 110,000% true. Absolutely anyone could do this, but not everyone will. Not everyone sees the same things that you do or I do. And that was his name was Jay, I believe she said, what he said about you can't just go into college and drop out after a month because you don't have a degree. That is an amazing point. Like, I mean, you just can't. Like, it takes time. You go into college knowing that it's a long-term commitment. Doctors don't just have college for a year and boom, they have all this knowledge and they can do whatever. No, they have to go through the process. So business is a process, any type of business. You don't just open up a cake shop and have thousands of people lined up at the door. Like, it has to start somewhere. And also visualize the outcome that you want. I used to do dance and competitive cheerleading, and they told me the same thing, and I would just go home every night and I would do exactly that same thing. And you go back to practice and it's like, wait a minute, how do I know this better than last time? And it's because in your mind is so powerful. Like, you already did it. Now it's just happening for you. So that's being paid for the work that you've already done, just in a different concept, I guess. But I mean, in a different physical way. But the concept is still the same. You're visualizing what you want, putting the work in, and then it's going to happen. It's going to happen for every single one of us. And I haven't gotten to work with as many of the ladies in the business as I would like to either, so definitely link up with both of us. And Alexis, great job. If I were just listening, I would have never thought that you were 18 and only in this for 6 months. That was absolutely amazing content. And we will talk to you guys again next week. So definitely link up with us on Facebook. Get with the people who brought you on this call, and also share the link with a friend next week, and because this could definitely help someone, and all of us ladies have to stick together. So have a great night, and we'll see you guys next week.